Well, we've just left Walter Peak and going out on the Walter Peak access track. Had a beautiful campsite at the beach camp, it's called, by a shingle beach on Lake Wakatipu. And the landscape around here is pretty awesome. Mountains all around. And close by, really big hills running right up there. A skyline. I assume it's all part of the Walter Peak station property. They run a lot of sheep. They're very well set up for tourists down there. They do sheep shearing demonstrations for passengers who come across on the Earnslaw from Queenstown. They do meals. And we just had a bit of a steep pinch. Anyway, we'll roll on.
Yep, let's go.
Let's go, you reckon? Definitely it's sheep country here. Unusual to see sheep country in such high mountains. In Australia, sheep country's all out in the flat, but not here. And the view out there towards the head of the lake. It's called Glenorchy, way up there. There's still snow on the peaks over there in the far distance, as there is a lot of around New Zealand. Just come up the rise to get this view. Bloody amazing. Oh wow, that lake might not show out so well on a GoPro, but that is a stunning little panorama. Lake Wakatipu to the north, towards Glenorchy, Kinloch, the head of the lake, and the mountains beyond. Oh, stunning. Great panorama of Lake Wakatipu back to Queenstown, and ahead we're looking right up to the head of the lake. It's a very big bit of water, a natural lake, for a long time used as the main transport route down here in the southern part of New Zealand. So it's wild country around too. Oh, that made a lot of noise. Across to a different sheep station, Mount Nicholas now. How's the cycling going?
Huh?
How's the cycling?
I don't look at it the same when riding.
No, you don't.
Not to look. That's worth it not to look. There goes that road.
Yep, all up over the ridges, heading up towards Glenorchy. Hello old fella, how you going? All those mountains, pine trees. Almost feels like we could be in Switzerland. A Swiss valley somewhere. This is just a setting on Mount Nicholas Station. Looking up at it upstream, the valley, and there's a braided river up there, and then the river flows all the way down through this really narrow gorge and all the way out there and goes out to Lake Wakatipu. It's quite amazing because all this country here is higher than the valley down there, so at one stage it must have been a lake down there and the river cut its way through this high rocky land. There's the river running north into the lake through that chasm, regular chasm of a gorge. Quite amazing to see some of the geology of the land around here. The glaciated cirques, there's right off in the distance there, I don't know whether you can see it, there's a mountain top and it's got a glacier right on its summit. I don't know what glacier it is, but there's definitely snow build up and you can see the crevasse. Beautiful on the river. Bit of a ford to get across. Might be shallower on the other side.
Yep, it's over here. Yeah, through that and through.
Too easy. Just like that. Straight across where you are. Just after the ford we come across this old building. Don't know what it is. Must be an old shepherd's hut or something. Gonna be our lunch stop, I think. Oh yeah, there's nice shade around here. Fascinating old building, I tell you. Almost a purpose designed lunch spot. It's definitely an old station property. Quite fascinating really, because this brilliant stone built building, a big stone chimney and fireplace at either end. Over here's this fascinating little, looks like a ticket booth. Maybe it's just a dunny. Go and have a look at it. And across the road's a specially purpose-built toilet and picnic stop on the trail. There's several toilets along this section, which is pretty good. But this building is something special. Very Scottish or Irish influence, I'd say, by the design of it. Very rustic. I'd say it's been here for quite a few years. Running up the valley, heading towards a big climb. You climb about 250 metres up to a saddle pass. We're going to drop down a bit to where we're going to camp for the night at the South Mavora Lake. A lot of Herefords over there, brown and white cattle.
Well, we're glad to be here. It was a long haul up a big long push, hard work. Yeah, it's good to be here and some very nice views along the way, and we're right up in alpine country here with a very high mountains all around us.
Yeah, the distant mountain over there is one of them is called Mount Jane. It's the highest mountain in Southland, outside of the Fiordland region. What did you think of the climb?
It was hard work. It was very long. Could have done with it being half the distance that it was, but you know, we kept on going and we got here.
Well, the road's looking like it's trending downwards over there, so that should be good.
Looking what?
Looking like it's trending downwards. That's a good thing.
Yeah, there'll be plenty more ups before we get to the end of the day.
Von Hill has also somewhere nearby. There's something called Von Lake, which is a lake that has entirely landlocked with no spawning streams. So the trout spawn on the lake edge. I don't know exactly where Von Lake is. It's somewhere around here. But this Southland, crikey, it's wild and bare and very, very windy. It's starting to make me think of descriptions I've heard people tell me of Patagonia. Crossing Patagonia is mountains and vast plains that are windy as hell, and gravel roads just like this. This is what they call, in Argentina they call it ripio.
We've got it all.
We've got the lot. Yeah. A little ford to cross. We should manage to get across that ford without getting our feet too wet at all. And then we've got about another 5 or 6 or 7 kilometres to go to our campsite. Thank God. And I hope it's sheltered from the wind.
I'm only just dreaming for the wind.
G'day. We had a rather challenging day today, but beautiful scenery, beautiful landscapes all along the Lake Wakatipu, is how they pronounce it here in New Zealand. And then we've had a climb up the, I can't remember the name of the river valley, up to the Von Hill, which is a hill of about 720 metres, so that certainly challenged us, had us often pushing for a fair bit of it. And then after that we ran along the flat plains of the high altitude valley, through past bare mountain ranges and ridges of southern beach up on their slopes. Anyway, we were heading for South Mavora Lake for a campsite, but we got down here to what's called Mavora Lakes, and there's a toilet, water supply, shelter here. So we decided to settle out and make a camp a few kilometres short. The South Mavora Lake would be nice to go to, but it was just that extra 7 or 8 kilometres to get there. So we thought, we've done enough, and we decided to drop it here. And tomorrow we'll head on. If we're feeling energetic, we might go in and have a look at South Mavora Lake, but it's quite likely we'll just press on to Mossburn and further heading towards Invercargill. Anyway, this is where we camped. Just give a look at it. We've got water supply there in the tank. We've got the solar panel there, start charging up the GoPro batteries, trying to make the best of the last of the sun's rays. Probably won't get much go out of it from there. Here's the information about Mavora Lakes and some of the history of it. Interesting that up on the head of North Mavora Lake used to be an area known as Shirker's Bush, and it was a safe haven for people from the Southland who objected to the Great War, and they hid up there avoiding military service. Led to a lot of problems later on for them, but anyway, that was the way of conscription. It was a lot of people didn't agree with it at that time. Anyway, all around here is this beautiful landscape. It doesn't grow down on the valley plateaus because it doesn't like the cold and the wet. It doesn't like getting cold feet, so it grows up on the slopes. Higher up, it's too cold in the winter time. All these mountains are snow covered and icy, so the southern beach just grows on the slopes along here. A lot of that southern beach in other parts of the country has been logged out. Anyway, this is our accommodation. Decided to skip the tent because this is lovely little cabin. It's described as a shuttle bus pickup, but we stopped here and had a look inside, and it's actually pretty nice. We fitted ourselves inside with all the bikes, all our gear. We'll do dinner in here and probably lay our sleeping mats out and sleep in here.
I'll sleep all night.
With a view out the window in the morning, with the sun rising up and the mountains all lit up. Well, they'll be lit up this afternoon more than the morning, but you get the idea. Great little place to stay. We'll see you in the morning anyway. We just pulled up here to see the actual edge of the Mavora Lakes Park. We rested down in the rest shelter further down, so we haven't got to see South Mavora Lake, which is where we were heading for. Instead, we sheltered, and then we've come up here just to check out this really attractive little pond. Bit of a view of what the landscape's like around here. Some of those trees over there might be the southern beech, or else they're conifers. These ones here are conifers. I think they are too. But the southern beech is over on the hill slopes on the far side. That's the native forest. These are all introduced conifers. Beautiful wetlands, a few ducks around, bird life, native grass and shrubland all around, which is what the landscape is normally like. Yeah. So this is Mavora Lakes. We've checked it out. Didn't see the main lake, but we're heading on down to Mossburn for this afternoon. We might get beyond that. So we'll see how we go. Yeah, come on, keep on coming. Keep on coming. We're not going to hurt you. Flock, but they're spooked by you and I. No, I'm going to have to roll on down. Come on, don't keep swinging around. Go on, go on, go on, go on. That way. Everyone else has gone that way. That's the way. That's the way. Good on you, fellas. Have a good day. Cheers.